Welcome back to Steve's Small Engine Saloon.
I got a really quick tip here for you on using your pressure washer. Actually, more specifically, storing your pressure washer. Here's what happened to me yesterday. I went to fire up my pressure washer so we could do the rest of our driveway. I grabbed my garden hose. It was hanging in my shop just like that for a long time. I hooked everything up, got it ready to go, turned the water on just like normal, and started trying to use it. And it had no power, no pressure coming out of it, a little bit of water, and it was making this real weird sound. It was kind of, I can't even imitate it. It was kind of this grinding sound. Oh, I'm like, oh no, something's wrong with the pump on this now. Heart palpitations all over the place, right? It took me a bit to figure it out. But here's what I did. I unscrewed the garden hose back off of this little, where it screws into the pump, the inlet right there. You see that little filter in there? It's a little screen filter. It was completely plugged full of mud. Guess where that mud came from? Right out of there. It wasn't there the day before. Some bug got in there and made a little mud nest. Some people call them mud daubers, mud wasps. Mason bees will even make a little mud nest in there if the hole's the right size. If that little filter was not in there, all that mud would have got sucked into the pump and did some massive damage. Make sure, this is not the actual tip I'm going to tell you, but make sure that your pressure washer actually has one of those little screens in there, because that saved this pump right there. Now, I got some links for you in the description of this video, different filter systems you can get for these. Super, super important. You wouldn't believe how many pressure washers I've seen come into the shops I've worked at that have no screen in there at all. The simple solution is, what I'm going to do from now on is when I'm done with the hose, I'm going to drain all the water out of it. That's not really the tip either. It just makes it lighter to pack around so you're not packing water around. Before you hang it up and store your hose, simple. Screw the two ends together. And now there's nothing that can get in there. The inside of that hose is going to be just as clean as when you put it away. That's the garden hose. Same concept applies to your high pressure hose. Your high pressure hose, even easier, do the same thing like that. All you got to do is click it together and you're done. Mud wasp and everything, look at the size of that hole right there. That's a perfect size for a mason bee to make a little nest in there. If you have something like that in your high pressure hose, then guess what's going to happen there? You blow all that down into the nozzle, your tip, and it's going to stuff the tip right there full of mud, and it's going to plug the end and nothing's going to come out of there. It literally takes one grain of sand to plug that little orifice on your pressure washer nozzle. So there's the tip of the day. I know for a fact that this video is going to save somebody out there some money, time, frustration down the road. Just click those hoses together, keep them clean, keep them bugs out of there. And that's why I do these videos. Cheers, Steve out.